Good morning. Welcome for a very brief tutorial on Amos Pro, this time about slicing and the options you have in our software for that. Very brief because basically there's not so much to say about it and it's quite straightforward. Um, in the end, you have two options. Let's say either you export your batch for use inside the printer or inside the printer software, and we quite often notice that that is actually the preferred way to go. Or you have the options to actually do the slicing within Amos Pro and export the slices and use those for your printer. Both are possible, and let's quickly show you how. Well, I've prepared this batch and I consider this batch to be ready, so I do want to send it to the printer. Option one is to export the batch. It will be saved, as you can see here, in a 3MF file format, and that you can just open in any other software. It will give you the parts, of course, and their exact position as it was pre-nested. From there, you can easily just hit the print button on your printer, of course. Second option is to really produce slices, which is very easy and quick within Amos. And for that, you press the slice button. Of course, you would first have to define here a few slicer settings. First of all, not rather important, let's say your slice thickness, and then a number of pixel data, the slice width, depth, and resolution of your printer. And that's something normally you would have within your printer settings. You will also find them in your configuration and printer settings, by the way. But they're also put here then, and here you could still alter them. Now, that is, of course, a job that theoretically you will do only once, and the data will come from your printer provider, and it's quite rare, I would say, to alter anything there, except perhaps the slice thickness. You can then also, depending on the printer, choose whether you want to export those as TIFF files or an SVG file. So one file in which all the different slices are contained, or the TIFF files whereby each slice is actually a different file. This will result, by the way, in an overview like this. So these are all TIFF files with each layer inside there. But that's about it. You just hit the slice button after choosing those settings. You select a folder where to put them, and it will automatically start slicing. Note, however, if you slice or export, only the parts within the batch, of course, will be put in there. Any other parts which you will reuse for a next batch, for example, will not be in those files. So don't worry, they will not be contained in there. Um, but that's basically all there is to say about the slicing within Amos. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope to see you. Bye.